All right, so you're welcome to another edition of the Sunday Sauce with Toby Okunuga. So we do this every Sunday, 6 p.m. West African time. And the sole purpose of the Sunday Sauce session is market outlook for the week. All right, so our goal is to spot out profitable moves in the market, um, giving us insights as to setups that we should look out for, and then we've been doing this. So this is the third week we've been doing this, all right, and then we've been seeing amazing results. Okay, now it's also an avenue for participants of the community to get access to some form of coaching or mentorship in the financial market. So if you have any questions, if you need clarifications on any aspect of your forex trading journey, all right, so these sessions are platforms for you to ask your questions, okay, and then get me to answer them in real time. All right, so questions about strategy, questions about psychology, questions about tools and resources, or anything that you feel getting clarifications to would help you become a better trader. You can ask those questions on here. Okay, so that's all we are about. So we are building a community of profitable traders. All right, good. So let's go into today's business. We're just going to look at a few pairs and and then we'll go. So we had a very interesting week last week in the Vantage Premium Signal group. We called out a few trades, right, and then we ended the week in profit. Even though the week started very slow, we didn't see any setup to trade until Wednesday. All right, so Wednesday and Friday, okay, was very good. All right, so we called two trades on CHF okay, and both trades hit TP1 and TP2. We also called a trade on EURUSD, all right, so which hit break even on my instruction, all right. So, but for people that did not actually, so this was the entry on the trade on EURUSD. We're supposed to sell from here. All right. So we're supposed to sell from here initially. All right. But however, I got information that some people actually already in the trade. Okay. So I just price tapped into the real zone. Okay. Before dropping, I think this was time for the news. So it was actually a very good trade, but let's count it as a break-even trade. So last week we were able to close the week in profit of over 200 pips, right? So what it means is that if you are using the lowest lot size, which is 0.01, and then you took all of these trades, right, you would have made over $25 in profit, right? If you use 0.1 lot size, you would have ended the week with over 200, with like $250 in profit, right? If you have a large account and then maybe you are using more than that, you would have ended the week with $1,000 or $500 in profit. And then access to the Signal group is just $20 a month, you know, and with a few trades, you've already made covered your subscription cost, right? So if I want to recommend that if you can, right, you want to jump on the premium Signal group, and then you thank yourself for it. Do I have anybody on this Zoom call that is on the VIP Signal group? Right, you can just share your experience in the chat box. Did you make money last week? Did you end the week in profit? How was your experience been so far? So that it won't be as if I'm the one just talking about how good the signals are. Okay, so just share with the audience what your experience has been. I think Mr. Kari Thomas is on the group. All right, so just say a few things about your experience so far in the chat box and how profitable was your week last week and a week before that as well. Okay. So let's start by analyzing the most popular currency pair. Let's start with Euro USD. Okay. So let's start by looking at what's going on the weekly time frame. Oops. Please give me a second. All right. So we've been looking at Euro USD since last week, and then remember that our buyers for Euro USD, this is the weekly time frame. Okay. Price is currently being controlled by supply on the weekly time frame. Okay. So on major structure, price is bearish. Also on internal structure, price is also bearish. Okay. Now let's take a look at what's going on the daily time frame. Okay, so daily time frame is also giving us a bearish structure like so. Okay, so this is what we have over here. All right, so this is a supply zone. Okay, so price is currently retracing into a supply zone like so. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is my favorite time frame to spot supply and demand zones. So what is currently happening on 4-hour time frame is we are seeing liquidity graph. So this is trendline liquidity here like so. And then what are we saying? We are seeing price shoot up to take out this liquidity like so. Okay. Now, what do I think price is going to do? All right. Please give me a second. All right. So back to what we're talking about. This is a 4-hour time frame, and we've seen grab of liquidity. All right. And we are in a range of supply. Let me change the color. So rain, let me change that to red. All right. So this particular box is a range of supply. Okay. Now, and in a supply range, you see activity of liquidity grabs. Now, we've seen false liquidity grab here. Like so, personally, I feel I will expect price to come back into this zone here. There is a internal structure, internal supply here. So let's make that good. So what I think price is going to do on Euro USD this week is we're going to see a continuation of bullish momentum here, like so, into this zone, right? And when price gets into this zone, we should see a huge drop. All right. So this week, so this might happen, let's say on Tuesday or Wednesday. We should be anticipating a setup, okay, somewhere inside this zone. Okay, so that's what I see price doing on Euro USD. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let me just put this and post it in on the general group. Give me a second. All right. So let's check out GBPUSD. Meanwhile, if you want me to check out a particular pair for you, just type that pair in the chat box and I'll take a look at it together. Okay. Now let's take a look at what's going on GBPUSD. Yeah. So we have a similar kind of move on GBPUSD. Let me close this. So let's go to the daily time frame on GBPUSD. What do we have going on? Let me check the weekly just to be sure. Okay. All right. So we are bearish on GBPUSD as well. And in a bearish market, remember what you are looking for is what you are looking for areas of supply that you can sell from. When you look at daily time frame on GBPUSD, these are supply zones, okay, close to where current market price is. Okay, this is a supply zone that has been broken. Okay, so the next supply zone that we expect price to get to is inside the zone. Okay, and then we should see a push to the downside. Now, when you look at this possible idea that price should go up a bit into a supply zone, you realize that it's quite similar to what we're expecting to happen on Euro USD. Okay, so that speaks a lot about the positive correlation that GBP USD and Euro USD has. All right. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we are seeing a very similar move here. Okay. That's what I mean. We are seeing activity of the market makers taking out liquidity. This is a trend on liquidity here. And last week, we saw price go up, okay, to grab this liquidity. All right. So, however, on GBPUSD, if we're looking for price to enter this zone at the top, I'll be waiting for price to react somewhere here, okay, which will be at this zone, at this swing demand here, okay, or at this week to week. So somewhere here, let's just put it at this range here, okay. So it is inside that range that I'll be looking for price to react. So one price to come up here a bit. How many pips would we be looking for on GBPUSD from here to here? We are looking at 120 pips into that zone. So we still have a bit of bullish momentum left on GBPUSD. Also, when you look at the internal structure here, you see that price has given you intention for bullish. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Let me delete all of this. All right. When you trace the structure from here, you see price giving you this impulse and all of this distribution here. Okay. And what has price done? Price has broken structure here. Okay. As a matter of fact, it has even broken the highest zone, this lower high here. Okay. So that zone has been broken with this move up, and then price is retracing into a block of demand zone. Okay, so this is a demand zone on GBPUSD. Okay, so price right now is giving us bullish intention on GBPUSD. Now, if this bullish intention activates, okay, we should see price shoot up into this supply zone right here. And when price gets into this supply zone and we see a trigger for a sell, I think price will break this zone and give us a lower low like so. Okay, so right now, price is in a demand zone on GBPUSD. So that means we're expecting a bullish move, all right? So over here now, can we see find an opportunity to buy GBP USD? Okay, so let us check it out. I'm gonna go to my trading system that gives me cues on when to buy or when to sell at a particular demand and supply zone. Okay, so give me a second. Let's do this together. Give me a second. Okay, let's wait for that to load up. All right, guys, just give me a second to load up my MT4 here. I'm not sure why taking a bit of time. Okay, so all what we're going to be waiting for on GBP USD is very, very simple. We just need to a trigger to buy over here. That is all. Okay, and then when we buy, so the trigger should be able to happen, let's say by tomorrow or Tuesday, if that happens. Okay. Okay. Let me know if this has been valuable for you so far. We've checked out Euro USD. We've also checked out GBPUSD. If you are getting value so far and then you are putting this structure in place for your own analysis for the week, just type in value in the chat box. Let me know if I'm making sense to you. Finally. All right. So on on GBP USD, on GBP USD, even if we've seen a bullish structure, all right, we've seen a bullish structure. Okay, being that price has given us this demand, price has retraced to a demand zone in an internal structure. Okay, but based on my own entries, I do not yet see reason to go for a buy just yet. All right, we can go for a buy just yet. So um, let us. So we're going to wait. So possibly Monday or Tuesday, we should see setup. And once I see a setup, I'm going to ensure that I post it as a free signal for everybody to be a part of that trade. Okay. So we've done Euro USD, we've done GBP USD. Which other pair do you want me to do, guys? So let me get some engagement from everybody here. Which other pair are you looking at trading for the week? Drop it in the chat box. Okay, which pair should we look at again? All right. Is anyone making a trade this week? What pair are you looking at trading this week? All right. I want to analyze the pairs that you will be trading, that you are looking at trading. Okay, so type it in the chat box. Which currency pair or commodity do you want me to analyze for you for the week? Okay, so while I'm expecting feedback from everybody, let us check out what's going on gold. All right, a lot of people also love to trade gold. Okay, so gold has been bullish for a while now. If you look at gold on the weekly time frame, it's bullish. If you look at gold on the daily time frame, it's also bullish. All right, when you look at gold on the 4-hour time frame, it's also bullish. All right, so we had a quick retracement here on gold. That's on Friday. Give me a second. Let me quickly check if I had seen this gold. Let's see if we might have been in profit taking the gold. Check 15 minutes. All right, so this is why it's very important for us to do follow up on our setups. Now, if we had seen gold, right, or if I had seen gold, I could have entered this trade because this is a perfect entry for me. Okay, when I look at this impulse move from here to here, all right, so gold tapped into our entry point. It hit TP1, it hit TP2. All right, so let's look at what gold's going to do this week. Now, taking a look at this structure, gold is bullish, all right? And in a bullish market, you want to spot demand zones that you can take trades, okay? So over here, the demand zone, let's take a look at this large bearish move before the break of structure. So on gold right now, you're waiting for price to retrace into this zone, right? And then you look for buying opportunities. Okay, you should also take note, gold might not come way down. This is also a zone over here. This is a continuation pattern demand somewhere here, between here and here. So there's an overlapping demand. So that price comes here or it goes all the way down into this zone and then you buy. Okay. So regardless, we are waiting for gold to give us a retracement and then we look for buying opportunities. Okay, let me put gold on my watch list for the week. What I'm also going to do is to drop an alert on gold. So when gold gets to this particular zone, that's 2,293, right? I will get a notification and then I'll start looking for my entry opportunities. All right, so guys, I've still not gotten any feedback from people on this call. Guys, let me tell you something. The major reason why we do these Sunday source sessions is for everybody, right? On my own, I'm good, all right? I can do this by myself. So when I'm asking you to engage, I need everybody to engage as much as possible, right? So I ask a simple question. Drop the pairs that you want me to analyze for you for the week, right? If you're looking at trading for the week, what pairs do you want me to check out? All right, I've asked that question for a while now, and nobody's answering. Okay, so you want to encourage what we are doing. This is a free, it's a free session, right? And then in these free sessions, there's a lot of value being dropped. The least that anybody can do is just engage. All right, so please let us make it a culture, right? When I ask questions, let everybody, as well as possible, respond, right? You are watching this Zoom on your laptop or your phone. It won't cost anything to respond when I'm asking for engagement. Okay, is what makes the class interesting. All right, so please let us make it a culture. Every time I ask for engagement, let us engage. I don't have to ask um, more than once, please. Okay, thank you. So Humphrey, we've done GBPUSD. So you might have to watch the replay. It's what we did before gold. All right. So Linda said we should do BTC USD and Euro AUD. All right. So let's check out what's going on Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin. So let's go to the weekly chart. I'll tell you what Bitcoin wants to do. All right, this is a weekly time frame. If you go to the monthly time frame, uh, possibly this is just for people that want to do that are holding Bitcoin. All right, so those know that Bitcoin is going to drop soon. All right, possible. We are seeing a possible drop soon on Bitcoin, and then when halving starts or something like that, we're going to see the real bullish move start. Now, if you go to the daily time frame, what is the structure on the daily time frame? Okay, so is price still bullish or bearish on daily time frame? Okay, that's what I want to take a look at right now. So on a retail perspective, Linda, this is what I'm going to do if I'm to trade BTC USD. Now, when you take a look at the structure, you have impulse, correction, impulse, like so. All right. And then all of this is just price reacting to a demand. Okay. And then into that demand, you are seeing that retracement, right? You are seeing a momentum change to give you a bullish move. All right. So price right now is reacting to this particular demand zone. Okay. So that means we should see bullish momentum in the next few days from Bitcoin on Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at what's going on the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, you can see the bullish momentum still ongoing. All right. So in a bullish market, you are looking for demand zones. So where is the most notable demand zone? Okay. So I would take this zone. Yes. So this is a demand zone right here. This is another demand zone right here. Let's delete this. So Linda, on BTC USD, where I'll be looking to enter the setup is when price traces into this zone, this demand zone, then I'll go to 15 minutes. If I see my entry confirmations, I buy from here. Now, the second zone that I'm looking to take entry is if price breaks this zone, which is a possibility. The next zone I want to buy from is this extreme swing demand here. And then I buy from here. Okay. So two zones that we can buy from on Bitcoin, this swing, all right, and then this continuation pattern demand here. All right, so let me also just add an alert here so I'll get notified. Okay, so let's check out the other pair. Linda said we should check out Euro AUD. So let's do Euro AUD. So let's take a look at what's going on Euro AUD on the weekly time frame. Okay, it's good to have a bit of perspective of the higher time frames. Now, this is my own bias on weekly time frame. So taking a first glance at this, I'm seeing this move, all right? On on a major structure, guys, on a major structure on the weekly time frame, Euro USD, Euro AUD rather, okay, is still very much bullish. Okay. all of this are internal structure. You can see this internal structure like so. So right now on the internal structure on weekly time frame, price is currently reacting to this particular supply. Now, eventually, if this supply should hold, we should see price drop into this swing demand and then take out. So price will now take out all of this trend line liquidity here, like so. Okay, and give you a bullish move, like so. And then you can now see the retracement, like so. Okay, so that's what I see price doing. So this is based on first glance on the weekly time frame. Okay. Now, so now that we have an idea of what's going on the weekly time frame, so all of this is internal structure. Price is at the supply zone. Now let's go to daily time frame. Okay. Daily time frame. What do we have on daily time frame? We've seen also a change in momentum. This is what price is doing. Okay. We've seen that change like so. Okay. So price is bearish even on the daily time frame. Okay. Weekly time frame price is bearish. Daily price is bearish. Okay. And on a daily time frame, the block of supply that we've been traded in is this guy right here, this supply zone. So whenever price gets into the zone, we should be expecting a push, a further push to the downside. Remember that we are still expecting price to get to this particular weekly demand zone right here. So Euro AUD has a long way to go when it comes to the bearish momentum. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now, let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Now, 4-hour time frame will make the move a bit clear to you. Okay, so you can now kind of refine your entry. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is the zone I'll be looking to take entry over here. Let me delete this daily. So this will be my refined zone, right? Some people would want to use this zone as their supply, but this is going to be a setup for liquidity grabs. Okay, already you can see a double top already here. Okay, so there are a lot of liquidity that will be grabbed this particular week. So this is what I see price doing this week on Euro AUD. I feel that price will go up a bit, take out this liquidity that's here, and price will enter this supply zone. So it's when price enters this zone that is the ideal time to start looking for sell opportunities to the downside. Okay, so it's a very, very good setup for me. I would also just put my alert here. Hopefully, I have more alerts left on this plan. Okay, good. So Linda, that's what I'll do. So on 4-hour time frame, I'll wait for. Let me post this on the group. Euro AED. It's a very, very good. It's a very, very good trade idea. Okay. Euro AED. So that's on the 4-hour time frame. So when price gets here on the 4-hour time frame, you're gonna go to the 15 minutes time frame or your lower time frame and then start looking for sell opportunities. Okay, so that's how you get very, very high probability trades. Okay, so let's take a few more setups. GBP, okay, we've done that. AED USD and AED JPY. I feel AED USD will be similar to what we've done on Euro USD and GBP USD, but let's check it out. Okay, so I think we have this. Let's check it out together. So let's start from the weekly time frame to get a bit of perspective as to what's going on. So guys, this is Euro AUD USD on the weekly time frame. Okay. Now, when you look at this guy, when you see price coming like so, price was bearish, and then suddenly you see this high is higher than this high. Okay. So that's a change in momentum. And what you also see is price retracing into this block of demand here. Now, on the weekly time frame, on AUD USD, price is bullish on weekly time frame right now because price is currently reacting to a demand zone. Okay, if you also look at the internal structure, you see this happening. This is internal structure like so. Okay, we've seen that break of this zone. We've seen a retracement. We've seen this, and then you are seeing price retrace. Price has also now retraced into this demand zone, like so. Okay, I hope it's clear enough. Why this question? Is it Aquarium? Aquarium, I hope you are following. So now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Price is bullish on AUD USD. Okay. Now, when you go to the 4-hour time frame, what are we looking at? All right. We're also seeing a change in momentum, like so. This. Okay. And price just recently broke this lower high, like so. Now we've seen the break, the structure here. Seen a break. Now you are waiting for a retracement. Okay. So, and then the retracement you're waiting for, you want price to retrace into this zone here. So for AUD USD, okay, for my high probability setups, ideal is the only way for price to drop into the zone and then look for buy opportunities. Now that is a 4-hour time frame. That's a stronger probability setup. But now you know that price should drop into the demand zone. Okay. Can you now look for opportunities somewhere here? Okay, to look for a sell into this particular demand. Okay. So in order to make sense of that, we have to go a time frame lower. Okay, so that's when I use the 1-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, what can we see? We can see that textbook structure, textbook bearish structure. Okay, and then what do we have here? This is the supply, and in this supply now, okay, we are supposed to be looking for sell opportunities here, like so. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to my trading system to see if I can find a sell opportunity on the 15-minute here. So price on the 1-hour time frame is in a supply zone. All right, so I'm going to go here. So let me go to AUD USD. Let's see. Give me a second. AUD USD. 15 minutes. All right, so I'm looking for a sell trigger. So this is our zone, obviously, somewhere around here. Okay. So as soon as I see a sell trigger, okay, which I should see somewhere here. Okay. As soon as that comes up, possibly sometime during this week, I'm gonna send us the signal. But AUD USD is almost ripe for a sell opportunity. Okay, so once that happens, I'm gonna send it out on the group. So let me just quickly post that on. So it's a very, very good setup. Very, very good setup. Give me a second. AUD USD sell idea. Okay. Okay, hope that makes sense. So let's check out the last pair for the week. We're going to check out AED JPY for Aquarium, and then we'll call it a night. We've been here for almost an hour. So let us look at AED JPY. One. So let's check out AJ on the weekly time frame. Now, when you look at this guy on weekly time frame, it's quite clear what the market is doing. All right. So price is bullish on weekly time frame. You can see that bullish momentum. Price giving you higher highs. Let's have a clearer feedback on daily time frame. So daily time frame, what is price doing? Okay. So the structure is very, very simple. Let me draw it out for you. So bullish like so, impulse, correction, another impulse, right? Another correction like so. Okay. And then price is giving you this move. All right. So we've not seen a proper break of this high yet. That's on the daily time frame, by the way. Okay. But on the 4-hour time frame, we might get better clarity. But when it comes to structure on the daily time frame on ADJPY, we should, if price wants to continue in this bullish momentum, we should see a strong break and close of this structure. So that will give us a proper break of structure before we start looking for demand zones on the retracement. So for clarity in this case, there's nothing we can do on daily time frame. Let's check out what's going on lower time frame, 4 hours time frame. Okay. Okay. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that there's been a break on the 4-hour time frame. So there's been a break on 4-hour time frame, and if I'm to take this trade for me, I'm going to look for price to retrace into this zone right here, into this demand zone. So if price should retrace into this demand zone, I'm looking for buy continuation to the top side. Now, if you already notice on the daily time frame, we are already seeing some level of weakness or some level of liquidity gap here. Okay, which means price should still drop further into the zone. Now, if price should drop further into the zone, let us see if over here we can see something on the 1 hour time frame that we can use as a sell opportunity into the demand zone. So let's drop a time frame lower. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay. So on 1 hour time frame, what do we have? Okay. Is price going to sell or not? Okay. So when you look at what's going on the 1 hour time frame, it might be a bit confusing. All right, but let's do it together. You see price giving you this impulse, correction, impulse. Okay, that's internal structure. Okay, and over here, just faintly, acquire me, faintly. I'm just looking at what's in front of us. Just faintly, you can see a change of character here. So price was in this bearish internal structure. You can see a break here. You can see a retracement into a demand, okay? And that demand zone was what broke this particular structure to the top side. Now, in this case, possibly what 1 hour is telling us is that maybe, just maybe, if this internal structure is going to hold, just maybe price is not ready to come into this 4 hour demand yet. Okay, so what it means is that on the 1 hour time frame, this is a demand zone that we'll be interested in looking for opportunities. So if price should, for any reason, get into this zone on AJ and on 15 minutes or 5 minutes, you see a very good entry opportunity. Okay, it's a good trade for you to take. Okay, and if this zone gets broken, right, if this zone gets violated, the next zone you want to look for buy, okay, is in this zone over here, and then you buy. I hope that makes sense, Aquarium. So that's what I'm going to do on AJ. So I'm also going to keep my eye out. Let me put it on my checklist as well, on my watch list rather. All right, guys. So we've checked out a few pairs this today. We've checked out Euro USD. We've done GBP USD. We've done gold. We've done AD USD. We've done AD JPY. We've also done the Bitcoin. Okay, so we checked out six commodities today. All right, and as they begin to unfold during the week, be sure to get updates from me. All right. So, guys, do you have any questions? It's 7 p.m. Nigerian time. We're out of time. Let me know if you have any more questions before we round it up. Okay. How many of us have gotten value so far? Type in value in the chat box, guys. Let's go. All right. If you've gotten value in today's session, type in value in the chat box. Okay. All right. Good. So I'm going to upload the replay very soon and then send it to you. But guys, it's very important that you, what's it called? These sessions, do the same analysis on your own account as well. And then watch out for the opportunities that the market wants to give you, okay? Because personally, I might skip some setups. For example, last week, there was a very, very sweet entry on gold, and I missed it because naturally I don't trade gold. All right, I only look at gold for my student. Okay, so, but these things that we are analyzing, they actually work. These zones that we are spotting, they work. So you want to look at it for yourself by yourself and wait for your entry confirmations. All right. So guys, again, as always, the major reason why we have been getting amazing results in the last 2 weeks is because of the high probability setups that we have been taking, right? I prefer to take 1 or 2 trades in a week than to take 4 to 6 trades in a week that are not high probability, okay? So ensure that you are taking only high probability trades, okay? If market structure is unclear to you on a particular pair, leave it and go to another pair. If your entry checklist is a bit unclear, if you're not sure that price has met your checklist, you don't have to take every trade. Okay, you don't have to enter every trade. And then eventually, when you enter your trade, if a particular trade hits your entry parameters, and then maybe you are in a bit of a drawdown, don't close your trade. Okay, you don't want to be emotional about trading. Okay, you will never make it trading if you are still emotional. All right, so as long as you have a strategy and you've tested it, you've back tested it, okay, leave it, let it run. You have where you put your stop loss, correct? Okay, so leave it. Okay, if price hits your stop loss, so be it. You look for another trading opportunity. But if you keep entering trades and then closing trades prematurely, okay, you keep struggling with making profits in the financial market. So you want to have a mindset of a robot. Trade like a robot. Trade your strategy, right? If your system is giving you entry, stop loss, and take profit, leave it, let it run its course. All right. And then what you also want to be doing is to optimize your trading strategy as well. So keep growing, keep optimizing it, keep making it better. You need to continuously be a student of the market. Never get to a point in your trading journey that you feel you know it all. Okay. Personally, I learn every day. I have times that I just back test. Okay. I try to optimize. I try to figure out why I lost trades. Okay. How I could maximize profits on my winning trade. So these are the things that you want to be doing on your own. Okay. To become a better trader. Okay. So guys, I want to wish us again all the very best this week. As always, it is going to be a profitable week. I promise you that. All right. I wish you all the very best. May the market be with you. It will be a peeps full week. All right. Let's have a remarkable week, everybody. God bless you. And thank you for attending the Sunday sauce. So I want us to share once the replay is out, let's share the replay in our next session on Wednesday and Friday. Let's also share it to our trading community. Let people know the amazing things that we are doing here. All right, guys, I'll see you all on Wednesday for the Traders Compass Market Analysis session. Okay, let's have a good one.